almost finished the last one.
The last one
I got to
was slamming.
was it Ganondorf?
Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Ganondorf.
I mean, that is the end of the game.
Yeah, that's the last
Yeah,
boss.
so I was against him and went, come on, ass.
That is literally the last boss.
Yeah, you literally fight him 4 times and that's it.
Oh, really?
But like, you know, it's 4 phases essentially.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you played the old ones?
No.
Oh, mate, you should definitely play some of the old ones.
play like Twilight Princess and stuff. Like they-
Play, oh,
Wind
man,
Waker?
I think Wind Waker's going to be too long.
The only way I'd ever play an old game is with crowd control.
Fair. They all
Nah,
they
they're
all
enough
have
for
crowd
you.
control.
They got crowd control for
If-
Twilight Princess.
If
for
I
Wind
didn't play
Waker.
with crowd control, I probably wouldn't enjoy
They
it.
have crowd control and randomizers for all the
But
Zelda.
if you
I'm
play
like an
Wind Waker-
anti-old man. I can't do anything that's older than a year old.
If you play Wind Waker, play
That sounded
like the
really wrong.
remaster of it.
But like
cool.
the problem is,
But you,
I was saying,
you should try some of the crowd
control.
control.
Yeah, I'm gonna do getting over
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna do getting over it next.
Yeah.
Might do that, like, because I just
Yes,
said to Glenn, I want to do like randomizers for Zelda and like Kingdom Hearts and stuff would be cool. But the problem with it is that if people don't know where the item, like what the game is, or what's good or what's not, then if you get a really good item at the start, everyone's like, "Why is
Yeah.
that good? No, what is that?"
But I mean, this going to be the case unless like every person in the chat knows everything about that game. Like,
Should I turn that camera slightly
but
towards
your
you?
hype can make.
There's randomizers for Elden Ring too.
Yeah, but I've not finished Elden Ring yet.
Ah, fair.
Normal, so.
Oh, we're gonna finish it twice soon. Well, your first time. I say soon.
Have you finished it before?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I never finished it.
I never finished it. I
I
got
want
about
to. Well, I've
40%
done.
of the way through, and then
I've done an alternate end, but since Rob kills every NPC he sees, we're gonna see the
Normal
actual normal end.
Yeah.
So I just
did-
remember the people in Glenn's chat. They're like, "Dude,
Oh my
they're like,
God.
yo, do the NPC quests. They're important." And I said out loud, "Rob kills the NPCs," and they go in. Yeah, but like you're missing out on so much stuff, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up!"
I did the whole stuff with Rani, like her quest line,
Yeah,
which was really cool, and I loved that. And I was like, "This is fucking sick." And then I stopped playing.
Yeah, I did that.
it's a cool ending if you take the Rani one.
I did the Rani stuff, but I never finished the game. But I finished all the Rani stuff mainly because I was using like a magic fucking wizard build.
Did you go meme beam?
So
The end
you
of the
not get
game
that
is
far?
so fucking hard. It's like once you get to the tree, you just start like rapid firing off bosses,
yeah.
and they're fucking they're rough.
I was pretty much there, and then I stopped.
Yeah, I literally just I summoned my chat.
You know,
It's like-
everyone
it's like
says
killer for
about Melania, is that her name?
Yeah.
I never got to her.
She's an optional boss.
Well,
you can do it
I was
afterwards.
doing like this whole, I don't know, like fucking Poison Castle or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
there's
it's a
some
castle
shit.
and all the floors like a swamp, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I was going through there and I finished that and I was like, cool, let's play this tomorrow. And I didn't. And it's a common theme with games where I'll just go,
I do.
let's,
exactly the same.
I'm almost like that with Hogwarts, where I'm like,
I am.
Might not
I
stop it.
haven't played Hogwarts since I went to the Netherlands last. Like the day before I went, and then obviously I was away for a
Yeah.
week. So then I come back, and if I take that much time away from here, I'm just
yeah.
like, eh.
But it's so easy to just drop games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, I used to have to like finish every single one. And now I'm literally just
I
like,
haven't got the attention span to finish a game
like,
anymore.
I took a
Something
6-month break from Elden Ring and then I finished it.
oh,
And it's
really?
because chat were like, "You're gonna finish it?" I was like, "We'll do it next week. We'll do it."
Yeah,
And
that
then I did it.
that kind of helps, like having someone nagging you to like finish it. Whereas
Yeah.
like I'm literally the only person. Actually, Lon nags me to finish a game because she'll watch me play games now and again. And I've got about 5 games that she's like, I want to see the end of that. And like the Nier Replicant and whatnot, we got through every ending apart from the new one they added to the game.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
I'd seen all the endings previously anyway.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I got to the new storyline, like the completely new one they added to the remake, and stopped. And she was like, she's like literally the newest one, and you decided not to do it. And I'm just like, one day.
I've only ever completed like 3 games.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that doesn't
really?
surprise me, though.
Wait, what
Probably.
games? Go on, what games?
Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
You
I'm
completed
surprised.
Ocarina of Time.
I'm really surprised you completed that.
What happens at the end?
Pardon, you kill fucking Ganondorf like
Yeah.
in a
KO
big
him.
old circle.
You fucking
That's
DDT him.
crazy. You do that in Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild too.
Imagine that. Like, I mean, that's a pretty good guess when you ask
Yeah.
what happens at the end of a Zelda game.
What other ones?
What was the game based in Taiwan? It's got a long name.
Oh,
A
you
horror
played that
game.
recently, didn't you?
The Bridge, Road of Curse.
That one, I completed that.
Isn't that like 2 hours long?
Probably.
It's like 2 streams worth, so I think it's
Yeah.
about 6 hours.
completed that. And then
Well done, bud.
Was it good?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any others, to be honest.
You said 3 and you named 2.
Oh, Halo.
Which
one?
3.
The first one.
The first one.
You've never finished Halo 3?
Mate, I finished Halo 3 like
mate,
500
Halo
times.
3 has the best last level.
The
Is it the
hog.
hog? The
Yeah, literally
I
the
was just-
fucking
the warthog
the
one.
I was
warthog.
about to call it a
Oh,
hog.
Warthog one.
mate, you know the one where like it's you going over all those platforms
Yeah, it's all
racing and they're all
blown up.
breaking. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It's an awesome.
I've
I
one.
love
played Halo
that.
3, but with my brother.
That's fine. That
Yeah,
counts.
okay, if that counts.
I
But
completed
struggle
Halo
to
3 like
realize.
500 times or so.
Mate, I love it.
I used to play.
If
play
you
with
went,
the skulls and whatnot, like
if you
continuously.
went, like tomorrow, let's play through all of Halo 3. Hi, Mike. I go, yeah. All right, let's fucking do it.
Mike's not with us anymore.
Sorry.
Do you remember, because you came over my house years and years ago, I used to love the Sonic games, but I'm fucking,
class.
as you know, I'm fucking garbage at games, so I couldn't complete them, because there are the original ones. And I'm like, I don't understand how you do it. And then Dale come over, and we were on like an emulator, and he just fucking smashing them, and I'm like, so it is possible.
That's how you do it.
Just like people can't
it's
do
just
it. Like,
you.
Yeah, it's a me problem.
I think with Sonic, when I got to the water levels, the idea of drowning scared me so much I never played them.
Really?
Oh, the music, though, it's, iconic
I was like,
music,
nope,
that is.
I'm out.
I think every single person who's played that, like whenever they hear that, there's a bit of panic that sets in.
Yeah.
I hear every water level, like with all the games, or even just water in general,
They suck.
scares the shit out. Like you remember Banjo-Kazooie? There's a specific level in it where you spawn in on a beach. I've forgotten what it's called. And you spawn in on a pier and there's water just behind you and there's a little fucking dude you got to collect in the distance on like a little like rock and you got to swim out to him, grab him and then come back. And it plays this fucking music as this shark is coming towards you. And even like it's in my head, it's causing anxiety now. And I'm not playing it. And oh god, it's like with Jack and Daxter. You go too far out and a giant fish eats you. It's old games.
I remember
fucking
one
hate
more.
with water.
Pokemon Yellow.
You actually finished Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah,
That's a big boy. That is.
Well done, bud.
that's it.
No
That's
red and
surprising.
blue.
No, I didn't have a.
Did you? My mum used to play Pokemon Blue.
I got
I had Pokemon Red. She had Pokemon Blue.
my first Game Boy was
She loved me then.
the color one, and that was
Did you say she loved you?
Pokemon Yellow
loved
was
you
the one they
then.
released for the color Game Boy, like because Red and Blue were black and white, weren't they?
Yeah.
Do you want to know? I
Were they
went
black
to.
and white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They,
I thought they were like a shade of a color.
yeah, they
Well,
was like
I mean,
a dirty
it was
yellow.
black, white,
But it
and
was
grey.
they were for the original Game Boy that like
Yeah.
didn't have
The
color.
fucking chunky one.
Do you remember
Yeah.
sitting in the car and you had to wait for each light going past so you could see your screen?
yeah.
I had
you
some
buy
of
the
the
little
little
one,
one.
yeah.
Like my
lit
The
the screen.
magnifying
Yeah.
glass and the
yeah,
lights.
bought me like a little light thing that goes
Yeah.
over the top, and I was like,
and
"That's it."
even
That's,
still, you're like,
I'm like, "That's gaming."
The worst thing about the Game Boys was the batteries. And you were
Oh,
like
yeah, you had to
worried
change the
that you're,
battery
like,
on the back.
gonna
you'd
run
always
out of
have a
batteries.
pocket of batteries, like, you know.
Didn't it take like 4 or 6 batteries? One or the other?
The fat grey
The
one
fat
definitely
one
took
took
like 4
loads.
batteries.
Yeah.
Probably. I remember that
Ah, it's
I had the
fucking mad.
GBA, and I was playing Golden Sun on it, and I'd lost the back of my batteries, and I played Golden Sun for like so long at this point. Yeah, I was like in my nan's laying on the sofa playing this game, that like Game Boy was on for hours, yeah, and I put my fingers on the batteries while I was playing, and
Yeah.
it burnt my finger.
Did you actually?
Yeah, they were boiling. I don't know, like
Oh my god.
they probably shouldn't get that hot either.
Yeah,
But, like,
dodgy ones.
Yeah, dodgy battery.
Definitely dodgy diet.
Dodgy battery, no back on it.
Yeah. Mate, I think loads of those. My Game Boys didn't have backs on it because you'd
lose
them.
it, wouldn't you?
And then I don't know. I think it would be losing it, and you take it on and off so often. You're like, I might as well just leave her off. And for me, like if I ran out of batteries, I'd always just fucking rub them up and down to get a bit of extra juice out of them.
Do you want to know something funny? Like,
Sure.
so this is like it's kind of irrelevant, but like at the same time,
Yeah.
it's to do with the Nintendo DS. Yeah, the original Nintendo DS. So I was sat in the corner of my living room playing on my Nintendo DS, and like my sister was like arguing, and I was saying stuff to my sister, and like I was in a world of my own. Like I'd said something back to her, and not realized that she'd stood up, and she fucking kicked me right while I was holding my DS. Booted the DS. The screen flew off, hit me in the face, like literally kicked the top screen off the DS. And like, yeah, honestly, at that point I was fuming, so I was like, "Fuck you!" Whoa, launched the DS at it. And,
That's devastating.
but she like fucking big booted my DS in half into my face.
She charged the finisher up. Like,
Yeah, my sister was nuts. Like we get on great now, but when we lived together,
that's because you're both nuts now.
honestly, like she was crazy. Like, I come home late once, and obviously my mum told me off. My sister threw a big wooden chair at me.
Jesus. Good lord.
When we were younger as well, like
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this one before, but like I used to be a little shit then when we were younger because she was older than me. We were playing hide and seek, and I couldn't find her for ages, but she was hid under the bed. So when I'd found her, I was really annoyed because I'd been looking for a long time.
Yeah,
so I
as you
picked
would.
up like the video VHS like cassette.
Yeah.
I threw her in her face, and then I ran downstairs crying. I told my mum she threw it in my face.
Oh, he's such a fucking rat.
Mate, younger brothers, because I'm the younger brother, would always be, you do something to instigate it. They kick off and you're like, oh, he's on this. And you fucking,
So
little
I suppose
shits,
I probably
honestly.
deserved a wooden chair in my head.
yeah,
like,
more
you know.
likely.
I don't know about wooden chair to the head, but
That was your
you
comeuppance.
definitely a mug like.
Good lord.
Yeah, we used to argue and fight all
Mate,
the time. Like,
do you remember the Game Boy Advance SP?
yeah.
That was the first one that came with a backlight. I felt like a god when I had that.
That's the flip.
That's the flip one, right?
Yeah.
It had that, and it has a little button on the side that you press it and it turned the backlight off. And I had like a mate who had the old Game Boy Advance. He'd be like, I can't see the screen. And I'm like, hey, I can play this.
I had the one with
It
the
was
tribal
class.
markings on it. That was quite popular.
I had that, but I also had the Triforce one.
Those
That
were
was
the
cool.
fucking coolest, the special editions.
Gold with the Triforce on it.
Even like now, when they release a new Switch, I've got a Switch, perfectly working fine. I'm still like, I don't want that.
Yeah, well, Daz bought the
I was gonna say the Pokemon one,
the Pokemon, like what is it? The
Scarlet Violet one.
no OLED Switch. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what they're called.
Yeah,
But the screen on that is beautiful, but the like the controls and the like stand that it comes with are fucking lush as well. Like,
I'm like, I have one. I'm just like,
in fact, his
That's
stand for
SpongeBob
his
meme
Switch,
happens.
his special edition stand is in my room currently. I don't know if he still knows, but I robbed that.
fucking hell, you just yoinked it.
No,
it's alright. He
I
doesn't watch
left
the
my-
podcast. You all know.
I left my stuff for my Switch, yeah,
yeah,
and I wanted to play some when I was back home on
So you're
the
like,
TV.
going-
So I was like, let me nick it out of there. He hasn't had it back since. So. I've got my other stuff back in the house as well. So
that'd be nice. Like.
yeah, but I'm still using his.
Glenn, but what's your favorite game ever then?
Probably
He's gonna say
Ocarina
Among
of
Us.
Time.
Oh.
Either Ocarina of Time or the Tony Hawk games. So that's 6 other games I completed. Tony Hawk.
Fucking hell, you
1,
went
2,
from 3 to
Tony
6.
Hawk 1, 2, 3, 4, Underground 1, Underground 2. I completed all those.
They were class.
Underground.
Underground
That's
was
the
the-
one, the story and that with Bam and
That's Underground
Yeah.
2.
yeah, okay.
Underground 1 was the first story one where like you got off your board and you had to get sponsored and that.
They were great though.
That
weren't
was
they?
that was
Yeah, they were
awesome.
really
That was a good game.
We didn't have a game like that.
Pardon?
We got a modern game.
No,
like
we
that.
I
need
think
a new
Skate 4 is coming out at some point.
Skate, they are working on Skate.
Mate,
I think
honestly,
they
the
announced it
skate
at some
games were
point.
sick. They were so
I never
good.
played those, but I heard they were really
Oh,
good.
mate, they were class.
You had to control the like skateboard with the joysticks.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, so it was like you use one to jump and then one to like flick your feet.
Yeah.
And then whichever way you'd flick
So you,
your
like,
feet is
flick
like that's
that,
how the trick.
and then,
like,
So
kick
you
flip
actually
with,
had to like
it's honestly
you actually had to
wicked.
learn how to do a kickflip.
That's
in the game.
class.
The ragdoll physics in it were amazing. They were just
Yeah.
so cool. Like, cause like you could launch yourself off massive things. Like, but like when you go flying, your body's like all over the shop. You know?
That sounds cool as fuck.
I hope they stick to the same kind of effects.
Yeah. Ebbs is going now. Bye, Ebbs.
You look like a celebrity trying to hide.
Yeah. You look like the what's it called? Have you seen Gone Girl?
No,
Hiding that, right? Oh, okay, don't worry.
Oh
I haven't
yeah, I've
it.
seen Gone Girl.
Yeah, isn't that the one where the husband murders the fucking thing?
No, doesn't she?
Oh,
I
she
can't
gaslights
remember.
him or something, right?
Yes,
Where's
it's
she gone
actually
now?
a really
She murders
grim
someone and
film.
pins it on him, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
She.
No, you
Oh,
look
no,
like
she's
somebody
It's just
from a
'cause
film.
they wear a hat to hide, like a cap to hide their face.
She accuses him of beating her or something like that, isn't it?
No, it's actually a lot grimmer than that.
Thank fuck, I was never going to watch this.
accuses her
Thing,
of
guys.
beating
Sorry,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's meant to be really good. I've never watched the.
yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, we've had yours. What's your favorite game?
Elden Ring.
Really? Is it
Like
actually?
I really enjoyed it when it first came out, and now that I'm playing it again, it's like the one thing I look forward to every week. It's just
Nothing
good
else.
shit.
You're just like, I just want Elden Ring all day.
Yeah, every week I look forward to just either Glenn or Rob just fucking losing.
Okay, is it the
It's
game or is it Glenn and
It's-
Rob?
it's
Both,
both.
Okay.
both,
It's both.
like-
Because
certainly
it
helps
is
having
it's so
such
much
a
fun.
good co-op like mod for it. Like it
Yeah.
seems to work incredibly
The
well.
mod's insanely
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
It is funny being in the office and hearing like the arguments afterwards. I
It's a
come
good
out
one.
and like Rob's at a paddy or Glenn's at a paddy or Rob's
There's been
like,
several occasions
"Mate."
where Rob has laid down on the sofa.
Hey, wasn't it last time you did it? Rob was sat outside on the curb,
Yep.
like
I had to go
like
get
having
him.
five, and Glenn had to go get him. He was just sat out there.
That
Sad.
was because we were in a dungeon which was like buggy.
Yeah.
But like me and Kaif were still trying to do it. It's like it was still possible, but like sometimes you just had to restart because it bugged.
He was complaining about it being buggy, right? But the biggest issue of that dungeon is Rob just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because Rob kept dying and he kept looking like a fucking idiot every time. Like he just couldn't dodge a chariot.
Oh,
But the worst part is,
No, that's the one.
the
Yeah.
worst part is that he couldn't simply fall off a ledge onto a beam. That's all we had to do, just fall off the ledge onto a beam.
And he couldn't
Rob
do it.
couldn't do it, and then he started going, dungeon's bugged. Nah, I'm not doing it. 10 minutes later, he goes to walk onto the beam, misses it, and we're just going, it's a skill issue. Just land on the beam.
It's great because like everyone thought Glenn was obviously going to be the garbage guy. There.
Yeah, and then Glenn
But-
does it.
Yeah.
Well, after the first session you came out and went, Glenn's better than Rob. And we were like, what the fuck? This
But I
is
believe it
surprising.
now after watching Rob play Sekiro.
Wait, is he actually that bad?
You need to see Rob play Sekiro. Oh, my
Is it
lord.
worse? Sekira's supposed to be more rhythm based, right?
You have to parry a lot.
You parry, yeah. So like it's a lot less forgiving, maybe.
Yeah, you have to get good at the parry, and you have
Yeah.
to literally parry every single fucking attack.
But
you
when
do.
I watch him, he's just there like slashing away, like, and you're like,
Oh,
you're
I
not trying
think
anything else.
I think I remember walking past his room, and I think Lars had gone into his chair and been timed out or something because he was like, "Oh, you've been playing 3 hours and you're still not past." What was it? The first boss was like a horse or something, a dude on like a bull or something like
no
that.
fucking way.
And he was like, "You still haven't passed that, ha, loser, loser."
Actually,
and he was
I-
like,
Like the guy on
bam.
the horse, I beat after like 6-7 attempts.
It was literally like it'd been 3 or 4 hours. He was still stuck on that.
I've not
Lars
played
was
the game
roasting him.
myself. Like, it really interests me, but like at the point I was like, I can't really fork out 50.
I
quid right now.
have beat that game,
probably
and
cheap,
the
man.
last boss was cool as fuck.
Currently, it's like $24.99, but I'm like, I've bought so much. This like so many good games are coming out right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
a mad amount.
I can't really like warrant dropping another
Yeah.
like,
That's
25
fair.
quid.
Like the last boss, the whole like parrying and rhythm stuff
Mm.
is literally like boom, 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 boom. Like you're
Right, you
parrying
gotta-
every
okay.
single one, and it like when you get it all off, it's fucking awesome because it looks really cool.
Yeah, that
'Cause
reminds me. Like
it's literally just like
you played that
I loved it.
Hi-Fi Rush, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
it good? It
I
looked
thought that
really
was my
cool.
stomach.
Yeah, no, Hi-Fi Rush is awesome. It's obviously everything in the world.
Based attack to the attacks
Yeah,
and dodging.
absolutely everything in the world is like to the beat of the music.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if
that's
like
cool.
Steam comes out of event, it's in beat.
It's
That's
part
really
of
cool.
yeah, part of the
Everything that
music.
happens in the world is in
It
is
looks
in
sick,
time to
like.
the music.
Isn't
That's
the
really cool,
Doom
that is.
supposed to be a little like that? Was not
Nah, Doom
not to
isn't.
that level.
Doom is just psychotic.
It is like
okay.
a game. I saw Lars play
Yeah,
it before,
it's like
which
a
is like
Doom rhythm game or something.
it's
yeah.
basically like it looks somewhat like Doom, where you play as like some demon thing, and like it's all the shooting and everything is based on like the rhythm of like the metal music that plays in the background. And it's just
Okay.
I think I kind of recognize it.
Yeah, I
But
saw
Doom
Lars
isn't
play
like
it.
that.
But I assumed it was Doom, but it wasn't.
he
It's
played
like
a demo of it.
ah,
It
okay.
it wasn't the full game. It wasn't Doom, but it was similar looking to Doom, like you know.
The Doom Eternal was possibly one of the hardest. Like playing it because they had all these difficulties, and then they had Nightmare, which is the top one. There is one above, but it's just Nightmare except permadeath, which is insane. But playing through it on that was probably one of the most satisfying things because I felt like a true fucking gamer. Like I felt like a god when I got through certain like boss fights or like different just rooms full of enemies because you're literally like you die so many times and you're like, okay, this one's here, this one's there, gotta kill it, dude. And you do all of this and you come out of it and you're like, oh my fucking god, oh, it was class.
You know what we should do one day?
What?
We should do like group permadeath Elden Ring. Which everyone's point of view.
I would fucking love that.
And we all start as like what's the one you always play, the fucking
Like Depraved
no
or
clothes,
something.
basic.
I remember what they called in
There's-
the older
there's-
ones.
There's a wretch which has nothing.
I think
But there's
that's the
also there's the one that has like that prisoner's helmet that looks like a gimp mask.
No, we should all just start the same class
Yeah.
and play hardcore, like, you know, permadeath.
And once
That'd
you're
be
dead,
class.
you're out.
Yeah. And just see how long we go for, like it's
20
like the
20
Minecraft
minutes?
thing. Yeah. But like the Minecraft, like, you know, you die, you end stream kind of thing.
Okay.
I think we should do
I
something
think
like that. I
that
think
would be
it'd done.
really cool, and like maybe you could like try it a couple of times. Like everybody just watches I don't know. I'm kind of wondering, like, say you did all die in 20 minutes. You're just like, all right, boys, let's fucking try
Streams
again.
over.
And then you go
Do
again.
like everyone gets 3 lives or something?
That'd be a good idea.
You start, but you have to start from scratch. But when you're dead, and you're 3 lives.
I think I like that. Yeah. Like everybody has like 3 life. Because imagine one person's got like a life that he's gonna be scared as shit.
It also forces you to take the game slower, right?
Yeah.
And you'll go off and explore the small dungeons rather than go into a big boss.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But I wonder how many people you would have because you would basically just bum rush everything, like as a big group of you. But you
I don't mean
bet.
so much like. Don't even go in together. I meant individual.
Oh, really?
Like, streams, like individual games.
Oh, that could be.
I mean, you
interesting.
could do it together. That could be fun as well.
I thought you meant more like.
Like
the co-op
I
one.
would teleport straight to Caelid, kill that dragon for 80,000 souls, and level up.
Yeah, same. But I was hoping
You
nobody
put
else.
everything in figure.
You're not meant to give that away, Kai. Me and you could have been way ahead of everyone at this
The
point.
only
like, you know?
stat that would be leveling up is me and my fucking vigor stat.
Yeah. Well, now you've
Sell to the max.
Yeah.
Let's
given
go.
the game.
I would
Right,
go
this
to-
is between the 4 of us now, right?
I'd go to every church on the map for the tiers. I'd look for every golden seed. I'd get vigor up to the max and I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then you'd fall off a cliff and die.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'd die to something really fucking dumb.
All right, Dale. Favorite game. I know this is gonna be a hard one for you.
I mean, it's tough every time, like, because I want to say, I always want to say Final Fantasy 9, yeah, because it's the most nostalgic game. Like, it's got a bit of like emotional thing there. Like, my nan had bought it for me for my birthday, just kind of like, you know,
That's
as a
nice.
kind gesture. And I'd never played a Final Fantasy game before.
Yeah.
It was the thing that got me into Final Fantasy.
It's a shame she didn't pick a better game, but I get it.
You don't
She
like
picked
it?
the best Final Fantasy game.
Just fucking.
That game's sick.
I wind
Guys
him up
about
all
to
the
tell
time.
you Final Fantasy 8's the best game. But most poorly written piece of trash ever.
It is a mess. But carry on.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like, that's always my go-to. And I think, like, it's probably not the best game I've played,
Yeah.
but it's got more, like, meaning to me, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I guess, actually, if I had to pick my favorite game to go back and play, it would be Persona 3.
Really?
Yeah, I love the Persona 3. Like,
I've watched the full playthrough of 3, but I've never played it. And like, it definitely seems like one of those games
sick.
that's quite
It's so cool,
like in depth and really fucking neo. Like
I don't even know what Persona's about. Like,
fucking school kids.
the most thing I know about Persona is I bought card.
I only
see
see-
sleeves through. Like,
Yeah, I only see
did,
pictures of fucking anime girls when I think of
Yeah,
Persona.
that's probably Persona 5. It's
Ah.
just it's school like age people solving crimes essentially.
Yeah. Like,
But in 3 it's a bit brutal because they all like they have like these magic powers that they bring out like to fight things.
yeah, some of
And
the
in
Personas
4 and 5 they like they'll I don't know
Rip
pull
off
out
a
a car or
mask
pull
or,
off a
like,
mask or
the
something like
card
that to
thing.
do it.
in Persona 3, they have to use the fake guns, but the fake guns are able to like act like real guns in this like this Taurus, I think it's called, yeah.
Tara or something.
Yeah.
So.
Which is like the weird shadow world. But to summon their persona, they literally have to like
Shoot himself.
oh, okay.
Like
In the head.
the intro scene to it is the character you are basically just fucking goes just fucking blows his head off and then he's like, oh, I've got magic power. Mate, if that was now, so many people would be like, oh my god, I want that too. Just
I might try
kill
one day.
themselves. Jesus. They were really well written games though.
Yeah, no, they're good.
And they are fucking good though. That's fair though. Final Fantasy 9. I've never finished.
yeah.
No. I remember getting to disc 3 and I got stuck on a boss when I was younger and then stopped playing.
I remember when
the-
games had fucking discs. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
full-
mad,
I
innit?
remember the case.
Yeah.
It's so fat.
I
Like,
You
remember
had,
Metal
you had
Gear-
4
Yeah.
discs in it.
Metal Gear Solid, when I got halfway through and I was like, put in disc 2 and I was like, oh my god, I've actually made it halfway through.
I remember installing WoW for the first time and it came on 6 discs. I said dicks. No, you had to literally like put one in and it'd be like, okay,
Yeah, that was
to
fine 'cause
continue
you,
the
like,
install.
You
disc
did all the
2.
installs, but it would always make you go back to disc 1 to play the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Which is so
when
weird
it's
playing a
literally
game
like,
and it's like,
I know,
yeah, you're
it's
on disc
wild.
2
Final
now, bro.
Fantasy is like, put in disc 2 to continue.
I still don't understand how that works. Like you're literally like fucking taking the game out. How does it remember? But you know, I was just, oh, this is fucking sick. It was the coolest thing though when something really sick happened and you're like, oh, and then it's like put in disc 2. And you're like, oh my God, it's like another game. And now it's just pay some money.
I enjoyed Final Fantasy 9, and then I thought I like Final Fantasy, and then I tried the others, and I realized they're all garbage compared to 9. Like,
Are you joking? 10 is fucking awesome.
oh, that's like
10 is fucking
gun
sick.
swords and shit. Like, it's proper loser stuff.
That's 8.
No, I just thought like Final Fantasy 9 is like
Wait,
fantasy.
10 doesn't have
it's,
guns in it.
It does.
10's got guns in it.
Yeah, it does.
The
Where's the gun in?
Machina.
Yeah, I know, but that's the enemies. None of you have it.
Like Final Fantasy 9 is like fantasy, right?
Right.
Wizards
What,
and
guns
shit.
and swords on
And then like yeah, but it's completely different. It's garbage.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
No,
No, I'm not
seven.
joking.
He's joking.
7's similar.
7 does have guns in
Yeah,
it.
it has guns in it, but I thought you kind of enjoyed that.
Mate,
it's
10 is
7's
fucking
hard to play
awesome.
because it looks so bad.
9
It's
looks like
have you
garbage.
seen the characters in Final Fantasy 7?
Are they the ones with like the polygon arms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're really bad.
And then
like.
you try to play the new remake, and
Oh, mate.
it's basically the original story, but with spooky time ghosts.
Yeah.
Mate, that annoyed me.
Although
that annoyed the
that's a
shit
lie.
out of
The
me.
other one I did actually enjoy a bit was 6.
6 is
But
really
that's
good.
like again, that's mad. That's like fantasy.
It's either
2D
6
though,
or
yeah.
4
Yeah.
that people say is the best. Like, is like incredible.
Six.
I can't feel like
I
the
think
story.
6 is it.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
One of
so.
them. I can't remember.
And then
don't
I
think
was
it's 4.
playing it.
I like 4.
I
I
think
think,
it-
4 is
think it-
really good, but a lot of people seem to like 6. So
Yeah, I think 6 is meant to be the best.
like, yeah,
But like,
But
you,
someone
you're a
would care,
fucking
right?
No,
maniac.
10's the one
10's
with
class.
like Spaceball, right?
Blitzball.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blitzball. Blitzball's class.
Blitzball's sick, mate.
It looks awesome. It's shit to play.
Yeah.
But it looks really Mate, it's so fucking good. Are you... Oh, I'm actually...
It's not as good as
10
that.
is such a fucking good game.
What's your
I
opinion
love
on
it.
12 though?
What?
What's your opinion on 12? Because this is kind of like a split.
So, I started playing again recently, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. But I was playing it off stream, and I went, oh, this would be something I play on stream. But I got to start again. I basically played all the way up to the point I got to, and I was like, a bit sick now because I've just been playing all the shit.
Didn't wanna
I've
play it
literally,
twice, so.
it was literally like 12 hours of content. I just redone it and everything. I was like, but it was fucking cool. I quite liked it.
I think it's a good
All the
game.
characters were quite
I
cool.
think it's quite different. People
just
say it's
space
basically
pirates,
just
like.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Story-wise,
that's the one. Yeah,
um,
basically Star Wars.
But yeah, I guess it kind of is. Like, it's a fun game though. 13 is trash.
Yeah, my favorite of all of them, mind you, is just 14. I realized again recently. I was like playing it, and I was like,
Yeah, the
"It's one of
story's
the best
insane.
fucking games I've ever played."
But I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was fucking
Well,
awesome.
it's weird because like I know people are like, "Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is my favorite." I kind of separate it from the others,
Yeah.
because it's an MMO.
That's the thing. If you ask me what my favorite Final Fantasy is, I'm like, it's probably 10. 10's fantastic.
That's list material on this.
Excuse me?
Like you belong on a list. Like
Are you joking? Oh. All right, mister, I've completed 3 games. Oh, wait, it's 9. And 6 of them were Tony. It's fucking class. Mate, you got what's his name? Joe DiMaggio? That's his name, the guy who plays Bender.
Yeah.
He is main character in that game. He's class.
Ha 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 ha.
All right, so that was the like people keep saying about that. There's a scene where they like fake laugh and it's really awkward.
But it's
Yeah.
meant to be like
It's them,
fake
yeah. It's
laugh.
meant to be. Oh, yeah,
it's like
exactly.
kind of forced the
It's
laughter
like
out.
I'm really depressed, and they're like, well, maybe we should just like fucking laugh her out, just scare the, just try it to like try and
so
cheer
they
up
do
a
a
bit.
forced laugh,
And it's really
awkwardly,
awkward.
Like,
And everybody always
It's not
just,
like a.
No.
It's more like,
show,
you're gonna find
I
it.
can
Honestly,
show you like the
out of
fake laugh.
context, it's really bad. In context, it's still kind of bad, but you're like, you feel awkward for the people as opposed to this is really shit.
Yeah, I've never played 10.
Mate, it's fucking good.
This is-
I've
The
seen
music
someone play it.
alone is incredible.
The whole point is to try and like force a laugh out
Yeah.
to like, you know, kind of forget about the.
That like just before that scene, they've literally watched a whole town full of people get fucking murdered, basically.
They just had a deep conversation.
And they're like, I was so sad. Hey, let's laugh.
It's, I mean, you either laugh or cry.
He's
don't
trying
you?
to
So-
cheer up the
Yeah.
girl. And,
Mate,
If you've just watched a town get murdered, maybe the best thing
Yeah.
is not trying to laugh.
well, I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
Let's come to terms
people
with what the fuck we
process
just-
their emotions in weird ways, I guess. But the
That's
music is
certainly
fucking
weird.
awesome in it. Oh my
music's
god,
good.
the battle music is fucking fantastic.
the best music in that game is either. I love Into Zanik and whatnot, but I think it's just kind of overused,
Yeah.
maybe. the best music. Like, I really love the opening scene Blitzball music.
I can't remember from my head.
Literally,
but
like as you join the game, like
Yeah.
start the game, and there's like metal. With,
Oh,
like, it
yeah.
sounds like fucking German vocals or something going
It's
on
class,
there. I
man.
don't even know. And
It is
it is
wild.
awesome. And then the other one, my favorite piece of music from there is the Besaid Island music.
Oh,
It's just
I
so
love
chill.
it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And do you remember with the last boss in it, where it's basically fucking metal, death metal, like playing?
I don't remember
listened to
the theme
it.
for the last
You'll have to listen to it
boss.
later.
Yeah, you should put it on
Wild.
for me later.
It is fucking wild. But 10th class, mate. You were a fucking dirty little man, nonce like.
Actually, 9 is good.
9 is good.
I don't
Yeah.
think the end of 9 is particularly great, but I love mainly the story with VV like throughout. I think it's really.
You just like VV, didn't you?
Previous.
I do really like
He,
VV.
he's just the best character in it, but the rest, you like
I
fucking
love
Dagger, I bet,
Zidane,
you
though.
fucking creep.
No.
Zidane.
Zidane, yeah.
I love him.
Still fucking monkey tail, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you like Quinna as well, the person who eats fucking
Yeah,
monsters.
everyone likes Quinn.
Fucking weird monster thing with a giant tongue hanging out. I bet you sat there like, yeah. The entire time, creepy weirdo.
Quinn is class. Man.
I love how you've made up this like you've got here's this thing wanking over it. Right, let's attribute that to Glenn.
It's because he called 10 shit.
Bet you like that, you don't, you fucking creep.
Oh, God. You know, everything that we've just spoken about was not. I'd made points of what we could talk about, and none of this was the.
There's
it's
one
all
other game.
formed.
Sorry, I want a top
Yeah.
3. I want a top 3, and they're all RPGs. Yeah. So I
Okay.
got Final
We
Fantasy
all
9.
pick one. Dale's like, I want 3.
I got
Yeah.
3. I'm taking 3. I got Final Fantasy 9. I got Persona 3, and the other one would be Breath of Fire 4. Because
I
the
don't know
Breath
what
of
that
Fire
is. I've never played
series
that.
is really cool.
Yeah.
It become bad after 4.
But
Before
what was the second one?
The second Breath of Fire.
No, the second list.
Persona
Second.
3.
Oh, okay.
And then Breath of Fire 4.
Okay.
That's like my top 3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dead
Do you want a top 3 guy for now?
Nah, it's just Elden Ring.
No, okay. Glenn?
He's
Alright,
never played
cool.
3 games.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine is. So,
Huh. You don't even know what one?
like, the thing is a similar thing where it's like, I'd have to be like top 5 or something. I can't even think of them. And all I know is fucking Kingdom Hearts 1 is somewhere in there.
That's
It's
like
class.
Mickey Mouse Final
It
Fantasy.
literally
Who?
is Mickey Mouse.
But I put Kingdom Hearts 2
literally
above
is.
Kingdom Hearts 1 on my list.
It's the same sort of thing where, like, because I remember my dad bought me 1, and I just played through it, and it was fucking class. It was
I probably put
sick.
Birth by Sleep above Kingdom Hearts
Can't
1.
imagine Goofy having a serious
Gameplay,
moment.
100%. I bet he dies in one of them. Quote unquote dies. He gets hit by a rock during a cutscene, and everyone thinks he's dead. And Mickey literally goes, "They're gonna pay for this," and then runs off, and all this like serious music happens.
Donald
And then he
Duck.
just turns up later, and he's like, "Oh, I'm still alive."
He's Donald Duck in it.
Yeah. Donald Duck also
Mate.
almost kills
Yeah,
himself in it.
mate, honestly, I thought Donald died in the
Oh,
third one.
mate. So we've talked about Final Fantasy. Donald Duck is in canon now, like the strongest magic user in all Final Fantasy. He is in the third game for Kingdom Hearts. He used something called Zeta Flare, which is like a universe-ending fucking spell, and nobody could ever use it without dying. And he uses it, he dies, but then he actually survives. So everyone's like, Donald Duck is like the greatest fucking
broken.
mage.
He's broken.
It's daft. But yeah, I really like the Mass Effect series. Mass Effect 2 is incredible.
Well, bang, okay.
Oh, bang, okay.
Oh mate, that series is class. I loved it.
I
But
haven't played them.
yeah, they're class.
I played the Mass Effect series when they come out.
I
I
don't
never
think I-
played the third one.
Yeah, I don't think I played the third one either.
But I also went back and played the first one before the remaster. And fuck me, the controls
bad.
are shit.
It's really bad.
Oh my god, it's so hard to play.
I hated
They
playing through
changed
the
it to
original.
the Mass Effect 2 controls
They
when they
updated it
remastered
all.
it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the original Mass Effect 1 controls, the controls
It's
are fucking horrible.
horrendous.
I remember playing Andromeda, and that was like
I wanted to play that.
I got pretty bored pretty
Yeah.
quick. Yeah,
Garrison in this.
Dragon Age 1.
Oh, what
That
a game.
is
That's a good game.
one of my favorites. It's incredible.
That still feels dated though.
I played it last year, and I was like, "This is definitely dated, but this is fucking awesome."
Yeah.
Like the combat felt shit, but like, it wasn't. But the story was amazing. It was class.
Once we started playing League and WoW, I didn't really play anything else.
No. You should do that
Couldn't,
now.
like-
Let him play his games.
Couldn't keep up with it. Like,
Mate, now that I play Valorant, I'm like, I don't need anything else.
I'm
Really?
loving Valorant
Yeah.
right now.
Really?
I am
Yeah.
actually loving Valorant so much right now.
It's fun.
But I do need other things. I need the League fighting game. Like the I
Yeah,
need the Riot
that'd be
MMO.
He's just like, I need Riot, I need Riot, I need Riot.
Mate, the
Yeah.
MMO for the Riot MMO is going to be just incredible.
I love it.
hope so.
We've seen nothing about it.
Yeah.
It ain't going to live up to
nothing.
no expectations.
Oh,
It's going to come out and people are going to go,
It could be
It's not as-
garbage,
it's not
but
as
the
good as I
world
thought it
is
was
cool,
gonna be.
right?
We'll
It
still
could be
fucking
shit, but the
enjoy it.
world's cool.
yeah, you know, like that's the thing about the MMO. You just know like the story is going to be,
It's gonna be good.
I think, good.
Inherently, it should just be good, right?
At least we know all the graphics and trailers that come out around it will be good.
Visually,
like-
it's going to look amazing. I don't know about gameplay or story.
Yeah,
I hope
like
so.
all of the artistic pieces that come with the MMO will be cool. We don't know if the gameplay will be any good.
I say this every
fair.
time we talk about MMOs, but I live. I miss. I live.
I live.
I miss.
I
fucking,
live.
I forgot what it's called now. The fucking space MMO thing.
WildStar.
Star Wars.
WildStar.
WildStar was not good.
I miss WildStar. Like.
I
It was
think I
not
played WildStar for 5 minutes.
It lasted like a
Nice.
week, right?
Yeah, it was literally like a
Trust
week of
me.
playing
Did
it.
you ever do the dungeons? Like
Yeah,
I think it went
they
through-
were
dungeons.
They were
like
hard.
raid difficulty.
Yeah, they were hard.
Like
You know, you
And-
pay like, was it like £8, £10 a month or something? I think it went free to play before like people's first months of time run out. Like,
I think it was like
Good,
a good 3 months, and then I went free to play.
Did it just do so abysmally?
yeah.
yeah, it did. Unfortunately, I loved it. I thought it was
They,
really cool.
I think the
I didn't
beta,
stop hearing about it when it came out.
It was awesome. Harley. WildStar was good, right? WildStar was good, right? That's the wrong answer, mate. Dungeons were good, right?
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, guys.
That was not what I was expecting. I was expecting to be like, yeah, it was class.
The only other MMO I enjoyed for a bit was the Warhammer one.
Oh, mate, I used
that
to
was
play
really
free,
fun.
free,
But that was
free trial all
more,
the time.
yeah, that was more because
PvP.
their free trial was really good, and you could basically do all the PvP on the free trial.
The free trial
just-
allowed you to twink at the
Yeah.
perfect PvP level.
So that was like really good.
I forgot Twink was a term
Yeah, I
in
forgot the
MMO.
word twink as well.
Yeah.
You said it, and I was like,
Their dynamic events were like really, really good. Obviously now you don't even think twice because
Just
WoW,
world
WoW
events,
just
right?
took all the dynamic events, didn't they? But like that was the cool thing. You're like, oh my god, this random thing in the world popped up. There's like 4 phases of this thing, and you're like, that's awesome. And now it's just WoW.
Guild Wars 2 is
Guild
similar.
Wars 2, they did,
Yeah, I had a lot
they
of
did
cool
stuff really
stuff.
well in there. I
Well,
played
that
Guild Wars
has
2 for a
aged.
long time.
I
long
saw
time.
it like advertised on Steam again recently, and I was like,
Do you remember, like,
this looked
I'm
aged.
sure it was
going.
literally all of us here, like,
We all
must have
played
done
it. Yeah.
We stayed up,
Yeah,
like, overnight and played it, right? Just,
You know what? You know what
was
fucked Guild
class.
Wars 2 for me? There was no end game content
No.
when we got it.
There was.
We all-
They eventually released good endgame content,
Yeah.
but I used to do
5 years after it came out, like,
We all
world PvP
raced.
and stuff. Like, I had a guild I was doing PvP with, so I used to play
That was what you could level
the
anywhere,
world
couldn't
PvP
you?
was cool,
Somewhat. Yeah, that's another
I
thing.
remember
WoW
we
stole.
all raced to max, and we were like, this is fucking awesome. And then we went 1 hour.
Yeah, everyone raced to max, and I was the only one playing it.
There was nothing else
We
to
got
do.
to max, and there were like 3 dungeons,
Yeah.
and like they were all right, and I was like, "There's nothing to do, bro." So I
But the
quit.
PvP seemed to be the main focus at
Yeah,
first.
pretty
Yeah,
But
by the time endgame content came out, I'd already forgotten the account details anyway, so that's gone. Can't be asked to level again. And now I did actually go back and play it like a couple months ago, and it just looks dated. So
Yeah, it looks
I
shit.
tried to play it again recently, and I was just like, I can't get invested in a game that just kinda
I
looks as shit.
specifically remember when it came out, I was like, this game is fuck what?
he's fucking proper goblin.
Oh, all right. I remember it like, okay, let's try this again. I remember when it first came out, I was like, this game is fucking gorgeous. Like, it is unbelievably
I
good
built my
looking.
first computer because of that. Because my laptop barely run Guild Wars 2.
And now
So
it looks
then
like
I-
god,
yeah.
god shit, dog shit.
God, it did look really good at the time.
I was gonna say gob shit, and then like gob try.
you played everything on a
so
laptop,
gob
didn't
shit.
you?
Yeah, because I got it. It was free because I was special.
Of course, you played everything on it.
Special guy,
Yeah, you are
special boy
special.
got a special laptop from school.
Basically, yeah.
Painey paid everything on a laptop as well, didn't he?
Paney played everything
Played
on a fucking Mac.
didn't he? Yeah.
Which got so hot that where he put his hand to like the keyboard, there's a big lump because all the plastic had warped because it was so hot from him playing WoW on a Mac all the time.
That's mental.
It was really bad. So I remember when he finally got a computer and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what to get," and I was like, "Honestly, anything you buy will just be so much better than what you've been using for so many years."
I remember when I was younger, I'd always play on a laptop in bed, and I was like afterwards, I'm kind of like, maybe I won't have kids because of the
there was all
remember
that
they were on
thing,
about the
wasn't there?
radiation
Yeah.
that went into your balls if you had it on your lap. I was like, I don't ever have kids because it was literally always on my
Strap
lap.
the laptop to my front at that point. Like,
Little microwave you go on it.
You're running fucking benchmarks 24/7.
So I wanted to, because everyone here has watched Attack on Titan, right?
not all of it.
Not all of it.
I watched
Okay,
two
not all of it.
seasons
We've at least watched some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How fucking ridiculous is it that it's currently in a season called The Final Season, Chapter 3, Part 2?
It is getting
Wait, is
ridiculous. Yeah.
That's,
Oh.
that's what's
Because I watched it
currently...
on Crunchyroll and it just says Attack on Titan, the final chapters.
It's literally I think it's the final chapters, Part 3,
Oh, sorry.
or Chapter 3, Part 2.
They should just
And
write-
I'm like, how the fuck have you extended this out beyond so much?
They
Oh, I
should just
think
put a
that's the
message
next
out
one.
and just retroactively change the part 1 of season 4. 3. 4.
Four.
What is it? It's season 4, yeah.
Currently 4.
So just change part 2 to season 5.
And
And then these final
should,
chapters
yep.
can be just like season 6.
You'd think that would be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, like
But I was like, it's insane.
I suppose
do
it
wanna
gives
watch it,
viewership
though.
to keep going. Final chapter.
It's mental.
I got up to a certain bit, and I don't know if I can say because I don't know if you got that far.
Yeah.
And then I was just, I don't know. There's no point me talking
What,
about
watching
'cause-
it?
Yeah.
How many seasons?
I think it's the end of season
Have you
3.
read the manga?
I've read a lot of the manga, yeah.
Oh, so can
Give
I
a
can I talk
rough
about it?
explanation of what it was.
Well, you know the whole thing is about like, ooh, what's past the walls?
Oh, and then
they
they
find
find
out.
out.
Oh, yeah, I read all that.
I got that and I was like,
rough.
that's just not
Ebs is
what I
calling.
thought it was going to be like, and I thought that was
Hi.
really crap. And then I don't know, I lost interest in a bit then.
Yeah.
We'll stop for a little bit.
Oh, my bad.
It's
thank
almost
you.
5, so I'm a bit.
Love you, bye.
I know we're kind of pressed on time, so I
Let
was
me
like,
just get, like...
when it gets to 5, I was thinking of.
So
just-
yeah, Attack on Titan. The you know, so basically, apparently it was quite jarring for the manga, but when it gets to the end of season 3 and season 4 starts, you have about like 12 episodes where it's like a completely just different setting, a different character.
Yeah, so that's basically where I got to, and I just
me
gave
and,
up on
me and
it.
Ebs watched it every week, and like we were like, "Fucking hell, this drags out. This is long."
It was rough. Like,
And then eventually, you see Eren again, and you're like, "Ah, "Here we go."
yeah.
It's supposed to
it
get
was
good then,
exactly
right?
like that
Yeah.
with the manga.
Once that fucking side shit is done, and like it has its purpose, but at the same time, I still don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about those characters.
you spelt
They could be the heroes at the end, and I
spelled-
just do not give a fuck.
you spelt all this time, as I just said, like following that one story.
Spent all this time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Following the one story and about a couple of people, and then it just goes, "Oh, this is supposed to be on the wall." And you're like, "Oh, I can't." That feels like if I was in school and you write, "Oh," and then I woke up. I don't know. That's how it felt to me. I was like, "That's fucking garbage." And then
Right, it's not that bad.
Oh, I
like, they're
dunno, I didn't
basically
like it.
imprisoned on
and
this
then like
land. Like,
it goes to the other side, and it's just all these people. You're like, same as Skyfly. I don't care about any of these people. Like, but
I don't know. I read like all of that a bit. And I stopped just after. Well, I was up to date on the manga at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I then was waiting for it to come out, and it's not a weekly manga, right?
Monthly.
Monthly. Yeah. So like,
It was a fucking
my brain
slog
just
as well.
forgets about it. Then like, I've waited a month, and I'm like, oh yeah, the next one. No, my brain has just been like, oh yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
Each chapter was 80 pages as well, and I was just like,
Well, I
this
was
is a
really
lot.
enjoying it at the time, but like, yeah, I guess I just never went back. So my plan is to watch it, and I want to get Lon to watch it as well.
I watched a TikTok this morning that it's the only reason I thought of talking about this is because I watched a TikTok where somebody was like talking. They had it on the telly, and their dad was like had like walked past, and was in the middle of doing something and had basically was just staring at the telly the whole time something was happening. I was just like, when things were happening, I was like, I should maybe watch Attack on Titan. And I was like, wait, what's the chapter called? And then realized there's fucking chapter 3, part 2, the final.
But I want to finish it though.
So I might end up watching
apparently
it all again.
The newest stuff is really good. Like, yeah, I guess it's really good again.
Visually, it looks incredible. But I got so tired of just slogging through everything.
The author of that manga has a really twisted view on a good outcome.
Yeah.
Like,
I know a little bit of like kind of what's going on after the point that I've watched.
Yeah.
And because I know that, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to know how they get to there.
Is it completely finished now then? Like
No.
The manga is
the
done.
last.
The manga story is all done.
Oh,
But,
I think
anime
someone said
hasn't.
the last anime. So this final chapter now is just 2 long episodes. The next one out now is like in the winter,
Something like that.
something later in the year.
So it's not the final chapter.
Yeah.
The last
Well,
I know.
What a fucking weird way they took
It's
on the
fucking
final.
wild.
I just don't understand. Like the manga ended a long fucking time ago, so I don't understand how they fumbled the schedule that bad.
I think they just stretched it out because it was such a popular anime.
I know, but they go like the
everybody
final
knows what
chapter
Attack on
part
Titan is.
3 or like the final chapter part 2.
Yeah,
Like the final chapter part
it's
2.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's I think they just wanted to capitalize on it. It's like with Game of Thrones where they were like, "Oh, we got this hype. Let's keep fucking building her up and building her up."
Yeah,
and
but
building her up."
like D&D went, oh man, everyone's really hyped for this end of Game of Thrones.
Let's
Instead of
fuck
stretching
it.
out, they were like, let's make it end really quick.
Yeah, that was
Mate,
awful.
the whole like White Walkers like story.
Awful.
How quickly did they end that when they didn't need to like?
Yeah.
It was
They
wild.
built it up from the
For-
very
they built
fucking
the
get-go.
White Walkers
Season
up
one, like-
And then it
for
just went
8 seasons, and she literally does a little hand dagger
Yeah.
trick, stabs him.
And kills
And that's-
everyone.
That's the end of the White Walkers.
It's the dumbest shit ever. It was
It's
just
mad.
not fucking necessary.
But if you watch House of Dragons,
Season 8
No.
looked good though.
that's good, guys.
Apart from the
Take
White
away
Walker
from the
episode
fact
where
that-
No,
everything was
it's
black.
good though. Don't let the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones stop you from watch House of Dragons because it's really good. You should watch it.
I don't believe you. You think
You
Time's
know,
bad?
it's really good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
but
honest. I don't give a shit about prequel stuff.
I'm kind of just like, I just don't care about that series anymore.
you should watch it. It's good.
Whenever you have a show and is a prequel, then a lot of things are just set in stone, and I'm like, I do not care.
I think Game of Thrones is going to be one of them series that
Hang on.
down the line is going to get
Oh.
a remake. Like somebody will make
Probably.
that series again.
All the books will come out
But
and then
they'll be
they'll
it'll
go, hey,
be
let's
Well, I
faithful
don't
to the
know.
books.
But back to the
You
prequel
might
bit.
die.
Yeah,
Episode 1's the best Star Wars film. So
I don't give a
It's
fuck about it.
fucking not.
mate,
No,
yes, it
it's
is.
fucking
Jar Jar
not.
Binks. is
Nah,
great.
nah, no chat. Watch it now. After we done this, I'll put it on the telly and you sit there and you watch
No,
all that
that's fine.
politics
Does
and Jar Jar
anyone here
Binks
right
and
now
watch
even
it.
give a fuck about Star Wars at the moment?
No.
The only
The
thing Star
games.
Wars related I care about currently is
The next
Jedi
game?
Survivor. Yeah.
I really like the games that come out, and I think the books are kind of good. But TV, I don't.
But I just
give a
don't
shit
read the
about.
Star Wars books.
Clone
like,
Wars is
so
supposed
I
to be
guess-
good.
Yeah, but that's done.
One of the weird things about Jedi Survivor is that he survives where
Whoa.
the story. No,
Just ends.
so
Can we cut that?
he survives what is basically all of the Jedi being wiped out.
Yeah.
So then they were like, yeah, he lives.
Yeah.
Kind of retcons a lot, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it's weird.
Bit odd.
Also, it was meant to be out already. It was meant to come out.
Yeah, it's meant to come out March 1st, wasn't it?
Is that like the
No, it was meant to come out on the
Star Wars
17th on
Souls
Friday.
game?
Oh.
Ish.
Yeah, basically.
Kinda.
It was referred to as Souls game. I didn't see it much.
It was like
It was if you played it on the hardest difficulties, it was definitely a Souls game, but it didn't.
it was harder.
It's a
but it
Star
wasn't-
Wars action RPG.
But like
It just had
it felt,
parrying and stuff in it.
yeah, the combat didn't feel like it was suited to a Souls game.
I really enjoyed it, but it was kind of that thing where as soon as you got forced push, game was over. Because any bastard who stood near a ledge, you're like, whoop, you're dead, whoop, you're dead, whoop, you're dead, whoop, you're dead, fucking.
There it is.
Oh, I have pull now. I'll pull you towards me.
JK.
Off the
off you
cliff.
go.
Yeah, exactly. It was, yeah, definitely satisfied that part of my brain.
It's cool when you get it, like in the first game, when you get the double lightsaber,
Oh, it's
the double ended,
fucking
and you're like,
sick.
oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
Exactly. Episode 1. Fucking Darth Maul, innit?
Darth Maul is actually amazing.
He's
Darth
like the
Maul is class.
he's
and
like the
Clone
coolest
Wars,
part of
he's-
episode 1, and then you go,
Oh, he died. Oh.
There you go.
But did he die?
But did he die?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't, because he's fucking sick in Clone Wars. He's
What?
awesome.
Has he got a terminal illness?
Me as well.
Yeah, he's getting off, mate.
I mean, yeah, his terminal illness is he's got
Terminal what?
illness.
illness.
How did they save this? He gets cut in half, right? So
He has robot legs.
yeah, but like he
gotta watch
he
it,
gets
bro.
cut in the torso, right? So you know,
The power of the dark side of the Force kept him alive. His anger kept him
it's just that
going.
like his intestines and stuff have been
I actually can't remember.
Anger.
not only cut, but like what's it when you burn a wound closed?
Cauterized.
Cauterized, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they do have some good
He was
technology.
really angry.
Now you have metal
I
intestines.
can't remember how he survived it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's explained there.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago since I watched it.
But he basically comes back and like has this big old fucking arc of him doing a bunch of shit, and then he ends up fucking dying to Ben. Like,
Cheers, I haven't seen it.
he's never gonna watch it. Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Are you gonna watch
It's
it?
really
Dies to
good.
Ben.
Probably not.
Obi-Wan.
No, fucking
Yo,
Uncle
fucking
Ben
good
from
terms, isn't it?
Spider-Man.
yeah. His
My
name's
boy
Ben
Ben.
Kenobi then.
My
isn't
boy
he?
Ben takes down Darth Maul. Like
He's taken him down once. He take him down again.
No, SR Ben.
how many times? How many times I gotta tell you, old man?
How did he survive? Ben gave birth to him again.
Wow. Just attacking Ben.
Mate, we were watching videos the other day of like for the Glenn's thing, and I think I can't remember what it was. It was like a pregnant looking guy who was on it. A guy went, "That's Ben." Star Wars fucking good though.
The Star Wars film I enjoyed the most is probably Rogue One.
I fell asleep in that.
I thought that was alright. Like,
I went to the cinema to see it. I fell asleep.
because you were tired or because it was crap? Or a bit of both.
Bit of both. I was
fair.
just kind of bored. I was very tired, and I woke up as they were all fucking, you know. I was like, "Where the fuck am I?" I just first. I think it's actually one of the first times I fell asleep in the cinema, which was weird.
Fair.
For it.
I found it.
that was the one, yeah.
It just reminded me of Full Force.
Oh, Full Force is class.
Full Force.
Have you seen that guy?
That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Full Force. What's that?
It's a fatty guy. Or,
Yeah. It's iDubbbz made a documentary
You
about
can't
Aesop
say
Fatty.
iDubbbz right now because he's controversial currently.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with that just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. You know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
What would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words.
Words that we only say by describing the first letter?
Yeah, exactly. What a powerful way of putting it.
His fans would have been weird.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
it's fine.
I don't.
Mate.
I feel like he's being attacked without cause.
He's
for
like-
what
he's
he
like-
did.
He's been attacked because he's called his fans what they are. Weirdos
But
who
I
yell
mean, like,
slurs
don't get
at
me
him.
wrong, he
But
is
that's
clearly-
because he's cultivated a following of people who would
He
yell
definitely
slurs at
he
people.
cultivated his audience, but I can imagine all of his
content
fans
he
coming up
made
to him
was-
saying the N word. Probably not ideal.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But like, there's a point where he was like, "Okay, the content I made."
Yeah.
I need to separate myself from
I don't
it.
know.
It
We've
wasn't great,
seen
though.
such a short clip of it. I haven't actually seen a full interview. Maybe he did go, "That is my fault," but it would have been helpful if he went, "Yeah, my fans came up to me and said some awful shit, and that's my fault."
But he blamed it on his content. Like they're attracted.
I'm pretty sure he
man.
does say that he understands that his content would have attracted like those
I
people.
don't
so
think
th-
he
so then
told-
that's
think, but-
that's clipped out of context in order
No,
to make
of
him look
course it
bad.
is.
Then
Of course
I'd
there
have to
is.
go
It's the
back and
internet.
check, but
We have clips of...
if
Possibly,
at any
yeah.
point, right?
There's a clip of Joe playing Hogwarts where he went, "I like Nazis," and then, like, the context is he fucked somebody's name up because they called Natty or Nazi, and he mixed them together and fucking said Nazi. You could clip that out of context and be like, "Oh, look at this, boys." Of course, people clip it
So
out.
basically, if iDubbbz does actually acknowledge, yes, my content attracted those people, then that's basically clipped in bad faith.
Well, I mean, yeah.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
funny
those.
though.
But like, his partner, I can't remember her name, also put on Twitter as well. Like, we look back at this content and realize how cringe it is, and like had to like separate ourselves from it. You know, they've acknowledged that.
So it
it's
was
come
basically
from,
outrage over a lie because they omitted the part where he was like, "Yeah, this is." We wanted.
I don't think he ever says like, "Oh, it's just my fans are weird." Like it's
That's what the clip shows.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen a bit wider, I'm sure, then, because I'm sure like he says it's regarding his content. You know.
God, I hate people like that.
Do you think
We might have to do a bit more
with
research
content
on
creators
this, but,
Yeah.
and stuff, do you think they're responsible for what their fans do?
Depends. If you were like, "Hey guys, let's go into a Walmart and shoot it up," then I'd say, "Yeah, you're responsible for that."
I was thinking more going into someone else's stream and being like, haha, you fat. But I mean, shooting up a Walmart is comparable, I guess.
Hey, I had to make the example as clear as day. Could you be
Like-
responsible? Fuck yeah, you could.
Okay, so say you were streaming and like your fans went off to another one to insult them.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be your responsibility to then tell the rest of your fans, don't do this,
Yeah, I think
to
somewhat.
stop them? Or do
Yeah,
you
but
think
I'd
you
make
should
an
just,
example of that fan.
or do
as
you
well.
think you should just
they'd
go,
be,
I
they'd
don't.
be banned if I was aware
Like, you
that
know
they
how
were
like
Whatever.
everyone calls like Glenn fat? I mean, if fans started doing that, I'd be like, you don't have the relationship the boys do. Don't do
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
I had it with people with Matt the other day when we were playing.
But they called them crippled.
Yeah, but it was a meme where it came
to
up.
laugh.
Because I knew he said Matt, and I went, "Oh, here we go."
There was a meme that come up that called him crippled, and I was like, I stopped. And I was like, look, he's expressed he really doesn't like how like random people are doing this to him,
Yeah.
and like I was like, we're his mates. The only reason we make fun of it is because he allows us to. And, you know, it's completely fine with us doing it, but other people aren't. And people are like, oh, yeah, that's fair. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. It is wild, mind you.
Yeah. I think
Can't wait to do that to Drew.
the easiest way for those things not to happen is to not make the jokes. Like,
Yeah.
like, don't say anything online that you don't want other people to also engage in.
Yeah, because people are gonna engage in.
But if you
The
do
content, I
it
guess.
intend to like keep saying like, you know, Glenn's fat, Matt's crippled, then you also have to constantly remind fans because there's always going to be someone who didn't hear that. And then you have
Yeah.
to say it again, and there's always someone that didn't hear that
Is it
either.
really your responsibility to do that?
I feel making the jokes, yeah.
But surely if you've...
Because
you know,
like if they watch you all the time, they look up to you. They're like, oh, I want to be like Sam.
do you not think that those people have... Or do you not think that they're adult enough to make
At
their
that
own
point,
decision?
though, if
Some
they
people
didn't-
aren't
if they
adult
didn't-
enough.
right.
If you have already said once...
Yeah. But if they're in Kaif's chat, by him saying it again to the next person that
Yeah.
says it, he's just looking out for his friend.
Yeah.
Like Kaif is just looking out for his friend, and he's like, "Well, I don't want my friend to feel
That's
shit,
fair.
so I'm going to warn."
I
these
do
people
agree
every
with
time."
you. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Because if you don't keep doing it, then
Ebs, you look like you've just been running.
I mean, Dale is like watching the F1.
I had to. I told him I wanted to watch this at 5.
yeah, we've been doing this entire podcast, and he's been watching the F1.
It started at 5 o'clock. Okay, I've been watching it for 13
It's
minutes.
been like a full hour.
So
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we didn't do an intro, so we're not doing. We're gonna. Oh fuck, we'll do an outro.
I don't want an outro. I'm not ready.
Okay, we'll do a podcast outro, but we won't kill ourselves. We've been your hosts.
you're really warm, like. You got some sweaty fingers there.
It's not sweaty. They ain't sweaty. They're just warm.
They're sweaty.
They're not. Hey, you're
They're
just
clammy.
cold.
Clammy.
They ain't clammy. Clammy's like fucking wet in the
Feel
middle.
like,
That's
tell
all.
me if that's clammy.
Bearing in mind,
That's clammy.
That ain't clammy. What the fuck? It's been sat in my pocket.
There's some moisture to it.
There is no moisture. Oh, fuck off. You barely touched my hand.
It's moist.
Nah, fuck off.
Moist is wet.
Nah, shut up.
So I was
There's
like,
nothing
my hands
on
are
it.
warm. Yeah, the
Hey,
fucking
I just
moisture's
have
warm.
moisturized hands.
That's not clammy. That's soppy.
Oh, you fucking have an image.
You can see the fucking droplets.
How about go fuck you? We're done, bye.
Anyway, this is the Tavern with
We're
your
done.
host,
That's
the
it. We're
Swamp
done.
Man.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us. We're going bye.
He's sad.
Hello, Glenn was like this then.
That's the thumbnail.
Mate, he was
Sam, it's too
enjoying it. He was fucking enjoying it.
That's the thumbnail now.
Nah, this will be it.